You're listening to the Marne Report.
Hey, Fort Stewart-Hunter Army Airfield, it's Brian Lund here with another edition of the Marne Report podcast, and this is a very special episode. Today we have guest Colonel Gabe Weaver. He is our new Fort Stewart Garrison Commander. How you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. I don't have bad days anymore, so today's a great day.
Yeah, today is a great day. I want to say first, thank you for joining me today.
Oh, I appreciate that. I'm happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting out into the community and meeting more people. So.
Yes, sir. So, as I said before, you are a new garrison commander. What does that mean to you?
So, being a garrison commander to me means that I represent the civilians, the soldiers, and the family members here on the installation. And I'm responsible for providing services. I'm responsible for providing quality of life for those individuals, both at work and for the ones that live here on the installation. And I take that very seriously. It's one of the reasons I wanted this job, was because I'd have the opportunity to make a positive impact for those people.
You did have another assignment before you were a garrison commander.
Yes.
Can we talk a little bit about what you did before this?
Yeah. So I spent the last year at the Army War College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania. It was a great year for me and the family. It gave us a chance to refocus and reset before coming back into command. So very much needed and very much appreciated that the Army gave me that opportunity.
Yes, sir. Where are you from originally?
So originally, I'm from Gadsden, Alabama. I grew up there. I went to Jacksonville State University, which is very, very close, and that's home for me.
Okay, so born and raised in Alabama?
Yes, born and raised.
How'd you get your kind of start into the military? What was your transition into the military look like?
Yeah, so when I was going into my junior year of college, I didn't have a plan for the summer, and one of my friends was in ROTC, and he recommended that I go to the ROTC basic camp, which was at Fort Knox. And I found out they would pay $600, so I decided I would go to this camp for $600, and I found that I enjoyed the training. I enjoyed what I was doing there at basic camp, and at the end of it, they offered me a scholarship. So I became a scholarship student that following fall, and 25 years later, here I am.
25 years of service. So looking back, what has been your favorite place you've been so far? I'm sure you've been everywhere.
So I was stationed in Stavanger, Norway at the Joint Warfare Center. That headquarters is responsible for training all of the NATO headquarters in Europe. So whenever a headquarters is going to go on mission, they have an exercise, and I was one of the OCTs that would be there to help facilitate their training. It was a great opportunity. I got to travel all over Europe, and it was fantastic for the family as well. Norway's beautiful, and Stavanger's a really cool town.
Oh, that sounds really great. I mean, I spent a little time in Germany myself. My dad was in the military, so we got to live in Kaiserslautern, Germany.
K-Town.
Yes, yeah. K-Town, yeah. So traveling Europe was some of the best times.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Fort Stewart a little bit. What are you most excited for as you step into this role?
Yeah, so I'm really excited that I get to do something that I haven't done before. So Garrison Command is not like other commands in the Army. It's certainly not like any command I've ever had. I grew up as a logistician in the Army, and this gives me a new perspective. I have a chance to gain some new skills, put some new tools in the kit bag. So really excited about that, and really excited about the opportunity to work with some of the professionals that work here in the garrison. They've been doing it for years, and they're truly experts at their job.
Yeah, and kind of to that point, you said the garrison had a strong foundation in your change of command ceremony. How do you plan to keep that foundation in place and also kind of move it forward a little bit?
Yeah, so we have to let our workforce know that we value them. There are ways to do that both administratively and financially, but we also need to do it through an open and honest dialogue. So talking to your workforce, telling them that you appreciate them, showing them by sharing information and keeping them informed as to what decisions are being made and why they're being made, I believe is where we really show them that we value them.
Before you kind of stepped into this position, did you have a little bit of a perspective of what a garrison commander was, or is this pretty brand new to you?
Yeah, I honestly never thought about it before I stepped into this role. I've always been a customer. I've been a customer of DPW. I've been a customer of ACS, but I never really spent that much intellectual energy trying to figure out how it all tied together. So this has been a kind of a wake-up call for me, and seeing the vastness of this enterprise. It's big.
What do you believe is your leadership philosophy, and what are kind of some words that you stand by?
So for me, my philosophy's changed obviously since, over the past 23 years. When I came into the Army, I believe that I was a little less likely to, give decision space to my subordinates. I wanted to hold on to the authorities and make the decisions because I was afraid somebody else would screw it up and I would get in trouble maybe. But as I've matured in the Army, and certainly now as a garrison commander, as much as I can, I want to push the authorities and the decisions as close to the information as I can, because where the information lives is a lot of times where the best decisions are going to be made. That might not always be me making that decision, and I have to be comfortable with that. So that's kind of in a nutshell what my command philosophy is. It's empowering people to make decisions and to know that I'll support them. Even if the decision they made, as long as it's not morally, ethically bad decision, I'm gonna support them if they were just wrong.
Yeah, no, I love that. So we want to connect with the community, and these are some big questions coming up, right? You said you're from Alabama, but we need to know, what are your sports teams? Who do you support? Are you an Alabama guy through and through, or what does that look like?
No, I'm an Auburn fan. So
no.
War Eagle. So I grew up an Auburn fan. I like pro sports too. I'm a big Atlanta Braves fan. I like the Denver Broncos. I kind of jumped on the Philly bandwagon last year, so I think that was really a special team. But I like sports because I grew up in Alabama. We don't have any professional teams there,
right?
So I'm a little bit of a mercenary when it comes to that.
When I spent some time over in Huntsville, everybody there Alabama fans. That's one of the first things I learned when I came to AMC was, hey, we're Alabama fans here. So that's interesting.
Yeah, my whole family's an Alabama fan. At some point when I was a kid, I decided to go the other way. So
yes, sir. Any books you've been reading? Do you like to read a lot?
So at the War College, we were forced to read a lot.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about when I was reading, I went back and kind of retouched on Thucydides, the history of the Peloponnesian War. And when you look at kind of the global climate right now and you compare it to that book, I think there's a lot of similarities, and there's a lot of things that kind of remind me of what we have going on now. It's so just a little bit about that book. So Thucydides is considered the first scientific historian, which just means that he relied on facts and eyewitnesses rather than assigning things to gods and demons and that type of thing. But he really looked at fear, honor, interest, how power plays a role in the relationship between nations. So it was really a fascinating read. It was a chore when we first got it and we first had to read through it, but I've retouched on it and I've really enjoyed it. So.
Oh, that sounds like a really good read. I might have to check that out myself.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the family. You have a wife, you have kids.
So I've been married for 14 years, Sarah Nightingale. She's great. I have 2 daughters. My daughters are 22 and 20 years old. The oldest is about to finish up her master's degree at the University of Alabama, Birmingham, and my youngest is training to be a firefighter. So, they're on their way.
Yeah. As you unwind, I know you have busy days, long days. What do you like to do? What do you like to do in your free time? How do you unwind?
Yeah, so I'm a bit of a gamer. I like board games. I'll play with my wife, with friends, but also video games. I'll play a little Fortnite with my oldest kid. She'll get on there with me. We were playing Baldur's Gate 3 for a while. So a lot of gaming, and it's more about spending time with family member than it is about the game. But I also like the game. So
I definitely relate to that. As we kind of wrap up this podcast, I mean, people got to know a lot about you. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Final message, just as people look into your command.
Sure. So, I'm very fortunate to be here and I feel very honored to be the commander for Fort Stewart-Hunter Army Airfield. I feel very fortunate to be supported by my family. It's not easy for them. Long nights and, moving around a lot is tough on them, but I've got their full support. I'm very fortunate for the team that I'm a part of now, and I want to do things to make it better for the people who live and work here. So I encourage everybody to reach out through the channels that are available. through ICE, reach out to the command. I'd love, as I'm going and doing town halls, talk to me, tell me what you would like me to do, what you would like me to change, how I can support you better. And, I'll do what I can to make things, better and make things as good as they can be on this installation.
Yes, sir. Thank you for that. And I mean, those words are honestly something that people do look at. So we appreciate you coming on the show today, sir. I want to say thank you for letting me talk to you and giving people a chance to get to know you a little bit better.
No, I appreciate the chance to be here. This isn't my my best skill, but it's something I'm developing. So I look forward to doing more of these and continue this conversation.
Yes, sir. Well, guys, that's going to be another episode of the Marne Report podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
The My Army Post app is your one-stop source for all things Fort Stewart-Hunter Army Airfield. With map at your fingertips, you'll never miss out on upcoming events, installation updates, facility and gate information, weather, shopping, and so much more. My Army Post is free from your phone's app store. Download today.